Hello, welcome back to Heretic Owl Tarot. My name is Liz, and I will be guiding you on this journey today. This is a reading for the 1-3 human design profile, the investigator martyr. If you don't know what your human design profile is, there's a link in the description below for you to get your human design body graph. And one of the bits of information about you on there will be your profile. So even if you know absolutely nothing about human design, that's okay. This message is still for you. This isn't meant to teach you about human design or, I try my best not to use a ton of human design language because the purpose of these readings is just to give you an additional avenue to receive a message. Basically, not every 1-3 is a Taurus or Virgo, whatever, So I recommend checking out your zodiac sign readings too. But again, this is just meant to be in addition to. So let me just shuffle these up a bit. I'm doing a 3-card spread. The first position is your current energy. The second is the energy that's leaving. And the third is what is coming in. And then we'll clarify each one of those with an additional card. And of course, I would love if you subscribed to the channel. Okay, so for the 1-3, for our investigator, a couple more. For our investigator martyrs, here we go. Current energy, the star, love that. Love that. What's leaving? The awakening or judgment. What's coming in? The Knight of Emotions or the Knight of Cups. To clarify the star, the star, we have the 4 of Swords. To clarify the awakening, we have the High Priestess. That's interesting. And then we have the 4 of Cups with the Knight of Cups. We have 2 4s. It's 10:44 right now. The awakening and the High Priestess, those are both 2s. That's another 4. So interesting. 4s are about discipline, manifesting, tangibilizing your dreams, right? Like bringing them into reality. Speaking of, because we have this star card, and the star card is all about our hopes and dreams. I always see the star card too as trusting the process, letting things unfold, really holding on to your vision, taking steps towards that. But again, it's allowing enough time for things to actualize. I also see the star card as being that, literally that place between the 5D, higher consciousness, where we co-create, where we manifest, and the 3D, which is where we are, right? In our realities. And the star is literally the link between those two things. So it could even just be also too, since we have the 4 of Swords here, it could be getting clear on what your hopes and dreams are. Even too, what your beliefs are, what you believe to even be possible. Because the 4 of Swords is about rest and healing. Obviously, it comes after the 3 of Swords, right? And the 3 of Swords is about heartbreak and disappointment, rejection. Obviously, we don't have that out here. But when we get to the 4 of Swords, we're past that. And now we're giving ourselves this space to rest, to recover, to recoup. Swords have to do with our mind. These are both air cards. So, having to do with our mindset, again, our belief system. I feel like belief system keeps coming up a lot. What do you believe to be true, right? I mean, you could be with the first line, and honestly, I was thinking earlier, I don't think I actually said it out loud, but are you hyper fixated on something right now? Like, are you really researching something? Are you depending on an ideal or modality right now? And just seeing how it goes, right? Because so that first line is all about having a foundation of knowledge, right? Like you have a sense of security and confidence when you know what you are talking about, what you are interested in. So it's researching, it's, having conversations about things, it's seeking out more information about a particular subject. And then the third line, you have to try it out to see if it holds water. And it could be right now that feels pretty good for you. Because they look pretty relaxed here. It looks like they're like, taking a bath or in a hot tub or something, but it's like the universe here. That looks like either Saturn or Jupiter. I want to say Saturn. Saturn was the first thing that came to mind. And, Saturn does talk about discipline, hard work, karma, time, too. So, what is leaving? We have the Judgment card with the High Priestess. It's also interesting that Judgment is out here and we're talking about beliefs. I also think what's interesting is that in these two cards, there's this focus, this light focus on the third eye, crown. There's, these beams of light coming out of their eyes, which to me just feels more like third eye. There's a lot of purple throughout here too, which would make sense. These are both, again, air cards. Mind stuff more focused on the head. But the awakening card, the focus is coming more from like the chest area, from the heart. The Judgment card is the card that's right before the World card. The World signifies the end of something. The Judgment card is like, it's making a decision. It's taking everything that you have, like all that information that you have accumulated, all those experiences, all the everything through the Fool's journey, because the Fool's journey starts at the Fool, 0, right? And then it's all of the things that happen in life between the Fool and the World. And once we get to the Judgment card, it's recognizing how those experiences, the information, like I said, the evidence, because I'm thinking of like a judge, right? Or even a jury. So both sides plead their case, right? And then it's left up to them to determine if either side made their case. And then we have the High Priestess. And the High Priestess talks about, like, for me, the High Priestess is our direct connection to our star player. That could be our higher self. For me, that's my higher self. If you believe in a higher power, like God, source, divine, spirit, it would be that. If you don't believe in any of those things, then it would be your direct connection to your intuition, because we all have it. Also, too, with the High Priestess, there's things to be found in the High Priestess, but it is definitely very personal because it's a number 2. Like I said, the Fool's journey starts at 0. So we have the Fool at 0. The Magician is number 1. That's recognizing that you have everything that you need to manifest the thing that you want. The High Priestess is then following your intuition and, again, reconnecting with your own unique self. There's like a fate aspect that even goes along with it. This definitely feels very spiritual awakening. And which makes sense because like I was, I kept kind of having this emphasis on beliefs. And regardless of where you end up on that, whatever this is for you, what it is actually doing is broadening your horizons almost. Like it could even be challenging what you believe to be true or not. There might be some aspects of the thing that you think are true for you specifically. And there might be other things that you're like, that actually isn't true for me, or I don't like that aspect of this belief system. So it's this reading is so interesting because it really, there's this awakening, this really, I mean, I just kind of feel like my brain is stretching. And of course, too, right? It's like, remember that you can change your mind at any time. When you do discover something true to be true for you, regardless of how it lines up with the belief system or the modality, whatever it is that you've been looking into, right? Like it doesn't make one thing right or wrong. It doesn't make you right or wrong. It doesn't make the ideology right or wrong. I think I meant to say modality, but whatever the ideology came out, right? So it's just with everything in life, with these readings, with everything, any information that we take in, we have to be discerning, right? Like is it for us or not? Is that something that is true for us or not? This is in a position of what's leaving also. So again, right? Like moving on to a new phase of your awakening journey, even just recognizing that there is change afoot, because then we have the Knight of Cups and the Four of Cups. And too, it really is, I know I was just about to start talking about the Knight of Cups, but I don't feel like I'm done over here yet for some reason. But it really does feel like, instead of relying on the things that you have researched, the information that you have gained, like now it is almost, it's putting that to practice and almost like figuring out how that works for you, figuring out which parts you want to keep and which parts you want to let go of. And I say that too because, again, with the Knight of Cups and the Four of Cups, it feels like there's going to be some sort of like missing link or something that comes in. Because in the Four of Cups, we can see them just by the imagery, right? It looks like they're actually sitting in a cup. There's these two figures here, which I think it's the mirror of like one person. So there could be a lot of reflection going on here, like just with yourself, right? I mean, it could involve another person too. And this central thing here, but there's these three cups here, and this person, it almost kind of looks like they're disappointed, underwhelmed, not totally satisfied with the three cups that are there, not necessarily recognizing that they're sitting like in the fourth cup, but the Knight of Cups is offering their cup. The Knight of Cups is all about offering. It's leading from the heart. In the traditional tarot, the Knight of Cups is like holding out their cup in front of them. So it does signify some sort of offer. So it's like if you're not finding fulfillment totally in something over here with the Awakening card and the Priestess, there's going to be something else that's coming in that is going to fill that cup or fill that space for you. And it would be also, a message about remaining open to it. These are both obviously cups or cups. So, having to do with our emotions. So it's interesting that, and I can't remember what judgment is attached to Pluto. I had to look it up. Pluto, which in modern astrology is Scorpio. Pluto is about to go into Aquarius, which is the star card, it's in Capricorn. So this could even be a process that it's, again, I was saying, like a culmination of your experiences in the last 16 years. Because Pluto's been in Capricorn, I think it's been for 16 years. Since 2008, whatever that, yeah, I think that's 16 years. And it's like, it's really shown you a lot about yourself. Like, I mean, and it also probably depends on how old you are. Because obviously if you're 20, then, you might not have like really paid that much attention to the last, you would have been 4 when this transit like started. And it would also depend on like where Capricorn is for you and obviously where Aquarius is for you. Not to like necessarily get in a tangent about all of that, but I do just think it's interesting that I even looked that up, and now Pluto is about to be changing signs, and there is this connection to you and like your divine path, who you are even becoming. And it's like, that's not even done. Like, of course, duh. Like, when is it ever? But just be open, keep your heart open. Don't necessarily settle on something forever. Like, it's like, remember that you can literally change your mind as often, as frequently as you want. If something makes sense now, great. If it stops making sense for you, that's okay too. But just keep, an open mind for this new thing to come in that will be more emotionally fulfilling. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for allowing me to read your cards. I will talk to you soon. Bye.